Problem now, it's cold and it's not going to get any warmer really. I mean, it's going to warm up a little bit today, but it's not some big change. Now, first and foremost, the roads are still covered in some regard. Even if it's partially covered, the roads are still covered. Now, sun will help us this afternoon. Keep in mind, anytime you obviously see the sun up, it doesn't matter the pavement surface, that radiates a little bit more. It doesn't matter where the air temperature is. That will help melt some things. So I think that's going to help a lot of things today as they continue to clear things. Now they're probably going to start to clear the shoulders as well. That really helps things as well. It's even colder though, and so they're going to put a pretty good premium of clearing all the roads up over the next couple of days because of that. Now, as we look outside, this kind of gives us a good idea of what we can expect and what's going on. Now, it is improving here, but you can tell as you get off on Olive here from Chesterfield here at 64 east and westbound. Now, westbound more clear, eastbound you can see in between there is still a little bit of snow, and it's not much, but it's enough to where that's what we had earlier this morning. The earlier you traveled, especially the darker it was, you'll see on the westbound side, it's pretty clear. And now this is actually the clearest the on-ramp has been. So that tells me that they're really working hard to get that stuff done. But also the side roads here as you get onto Olive, take that Chesterfield Parkway exit here. There's another around past where the mall is. Now, there are lingering slick spots until noon. There's no doubt about it. Better driving conditions are expected, but provide extra time just because there have been a couple of spots, my goodness, that have still been a problem this morning. I think 70 has been the biggest issue. Now, after all that snow, we have had our seventh snowiest start to the year so far. And I'm talking about year in terms of our snowfall year, which really starts October 1st and goes all the way through, April or some point. We've had 6.4 inches of snow. That is number 7. Obviously, 11.3 through this time in 1951. That's the measure out ahead of it. So pretty impressive there. It's definitely more snow than we've been close to having over the whole entire year at times, right? Our current temperatures, low to mid 20s. It's definitely cold. Like I said, it's not going to warm up very much, but I am tracking the back edge of that cloud cover here. It's working its way through Columbia, and eventually we'll start to break things up by mid-morning and early afternoon, temps in the mid to upper 20s. So yeah, it's going to be cold, but like I said, it doesn't need to get above freezing to get some good melting in the right spots. It's just not going anywhere from the grass anytime soon. Temps in the upper 20s, mid 20s as well. Now our temperature trend the next few days, let's focus on the darker shades of that colder air the next few days. It's with us consistently overall, and I don't think there's much of a change. What you'll see is warmer air off to the west, but still, I think overall it's very cold. Now look at this colder air that's going to dive south. We've got plenty of it here. Current temperatures between 15 to 20 below to the north. Now, what does that mean for us? Well, let's watch this thing push into the United States. And yeah, it's cold right now. You have temps in the teens and 20s. Watch this stuff dive very quickly Wednesday night into Thursday. That's going to make our temps plummet. Now, we're not going to be 5, 10 below like some spots in Iowa will be, some spots in Wisconsin and northern Illinois. But what we're going to see is temperatures very cold. That Arctic air mass stays with us not only then, but the afternoon as well. That keeps us from hardly going above 20 if we're lucky, and also keeps our morning lows very, very cold. And that's what we'll see. Let's look at Futurecast temps on Friday morning to kind of brace ourselves, because to me, this is significant. You're going to look at temps in the single digits or lower teens throughout the area. There may be some lower 20s to the south, but still, this is the polar air mass that's going to be with us in place. We have significant cold air that's on the way. Here's where we are the next few days. The next 10 days, not a lot, but I don't have a lot of warming. Now, the tail end of it does improve and get closer to average, but the next few days, we're not seeing it. Temperatures tomorrow are at least above freezing. We're in the low 20s, and notice the overnight lows. 13, 11, and that's in the city. Outside of the city, a little colder. A little further north, it's a little colder. Into the weekend, not bad. It's pretty quiet, and from a travel perspective, it's going to be a much quieter weekend than the last one was. But our temperatures will gradually nudge over the next few days and work their way into the 30s and 40s ahead, as we have some mornings that are looking like they're going to be above freezing. So that's going to help some of the melting anyway, but I don't really have much of a change over the next few days. A lot of low to mid 40s ahead, and there's no big warm up in store for us. And there's really no big storm system. That doesn't mean that can't change on the tail end of it, but in terms of snowfall right now, I don't see too many issues here ahead. We're not going to see too many problems, but it's just going to be on the colder side as we look at a quiet next few days from a standpoint of what's going on here as we focus on the next 10 days. A lot of temps below average. Here's what it looks like